Thank you. Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm Tish. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And yeah, I'm the host of Adopted Black Girl, which is a blog and a pod really focusing on Black girls who've been adopted, Black families who want to adopt, and really changing the narrative that's out there in society, right? Where do you find home? Well, it starts here in my blog and my podcast, and really talking about how it's affected me as I navigate my 20s, my relationships, partnerships, and in myself. And it came from just being like, you know what? I don't see a community out there for me. I Googled one. I tried to get there. I don't see it. Let me create it. And hopefully the community can grow so we can bring resources to those who've been adopted and those who are looking to adopt in the Black community.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you. It's really fun. I love motivation. I love inspiration. And those two were the keys to understanding who I am and how I show up in the world. And so this is personal for me. And I'm just doing it because I want to. It makes me happy. And so I'm going to keep doing it because when I have something to say or something to write, I'll produce it.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into these cheating questions.
Welcome to the Love Seat,
where we have intimate conversation
from a male perspective
and a female perspective.
I am Will.
And I'm Shakira.
And this is
the Love Seat.
So the first question is, how do you feel about cheating?
Yes.
I think, how I feel, I think it's selfish. I think it's disrespectful. And it comes from the notion of thinking like intent versus impact, right? Both of them aren't you do both of them without a thought of your partner and not a thought of yourself either. So when I think of cheating as a whole, it's unacceptable.
Right.
And it's harmful. So yeah. That's really how I feel about cheating, right? Like if you choose to be in a partnership, then you choose to have conversations with your person, but you choose cheating over communication, and that's just not okay.
Right.
Focus on the wrong C, huh?
On the wrong C. You choose the wrong C, okay?
That's right. That's right. Have you ever been cheated on?
Yeah, twice, actually.
Wow.
I know.
How did it make you feel?
Inadequate. It made me feel undesirable. Mm-hmm. It made me feel like I wasn't worthy enough, like physically, but not only that, I felt like my feelings were manipulated. Because usually when someone cheats, they don't tell you off the bat. Sometimes you find out. They'll tell you, but then try to dictate your reaction. Yep. So then I felt like I couldn't trust other people and I couldn't put myself out there second guessing everything. And so when it happened the first time, I was like, young, it's in college. Okay, I get it. I don't get it. I wasn't mature enough to have these conversations now, right? Mm-hmm. I went off my reaction. But the second time it happened, I was like, oh no, you got me. Like, can I cuss? Yeah. You got me fucked up. Right. You know what I'm saying? All the way fucked up. Right. So the second time I got cheated on, I was like, I know I'm a good woman. That's the thing. Like, I had my own. I didn't need him for anything. I wanted to be with him. So to cheat on me for what?
Right. What? So did you get any closure from it? Did you find it? Did he ever say why? Did he
No. So at first, for my first ex, I did get closure, right? And that led to so much in my second relationship. But it was just it wasn't no communication if the relationship was over. No. So he didn't think he cheated.
Right. And
I was like, so we were on two different pages? Mm-hmm. Okay. The second time, and I feel like that was a really, really serious relationship. I don't want no closure because he's with her now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I literally lost him how I got him. And I didn't even understand when we first got together. He was like, I'm done with my ex, things like that. And naturally, you believe someone. who you want to be with.
You want to.
And you want to. So any red flags, you're like, no, I'm not going to pay attention. But yeah, it turned out that she didn't even know that he was talking to me and stuff. And I was like, whoa, this is awkward.
Wow.
And then the same thing happened to me. And it's not going to happen to you like a year later or maybe a month later. But eventually, like, someone's true colors are going to come out.
Wait, so he was still talking to his ex? He was still in a relationship with his ex?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The first, you have to look at the first sign and then you have to pivot, because if those signs continue and you continue to stay, you have to take accountability for it. At some point, it can't be like, oh, you just gotta get cheated on. No, like, you saw this pattern, you chose to go along with it. Where's the accountability piece?
I told you that. Yeah, I said it. Yep. That's why I don't play around when I see a sign that I've already seen before. It's done. Be done. It's over. That's it.
Yeah, he's non-negotiable about that. And
you have to know your non-negotiables.
Yeah, I respect that. Why should you? Life is about choices and who we choose to spend our time with and the things we choose to do. And that's not fair to yourself and to your spirit that's growing to waste your time in that way.
Too much time being wasted.
Right. You could be developing your craft. You could be building a community. You could have been, really digging into your purpose for this world, and you're choosing to do that.
And think about this. We stop ourselves from achieving or doing certain things for a person. And yes, we're not supposed to. We're not supposed to.
But we do.
But it happens and we don't even think about it.
Nope, it's so naturally.
Yes, just instantly we just do it.
Yeah, it's happened to me. I mean, I dropped everything as far as building a business that I had, and I put it on hold for my partner to kind of focus on his personal issues.
And it don't work out.
And it doesn't.
And then it don't work out.
Yeah. Did all that. Show my dedication.
Yeah, and then you have like this internal war where it's like, okay, I was living in the moment, right? And I want to honor that. I lived in the moment, I gave someone a chance. But you also like, I wasted so much time. And even though I learned so much from the moment, you still can't help but think, okay, why didn't I choose me first, even though I was in a relationship?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Because choosing you doesn't always go down this negative spectrum. Choosing you can also be in a positive light if you're not hurting the person you are intending to be with.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So.
Absolutely.
Have you ever cheated on someone? If
keeping it honest. Nah, for real. Yeah, emotionally. Because I feel like with cheating, it's like if you can't do it in front of your partner at all, without being looked at like, what?
It's cheating.
And it's cheating. Like that's just it. That's just it. And what Meg say, I was born in February. I'm a big flirt. Like I am. I am definitely a big flirt. I love flirting. It's just so fun for me. And I do it naturally, but I also know when I'm like, all right, Tisha, you doing too much. So I had emotionally cheated on someone, and it literally was from a reaction. You did this to me, I'm gonna do this to you. Toxic. That's what it was. Toxic. And it wasn't. That's what it was.
Right.
And I wasn't proud of it. So yeah, I have, and I told him to. I was like, yeah, this what happened.
Wow.
Not proud of it, but you're not gonna be surprised by it if anyone tells you.
Right. That's only
What?
No. I'm there with you on that. What would make a woman cheat?
Insecurities. I would say, and speaking from my perspective, right? Definitely insecurities, not crossing over my boundaries, being disrespectful, and engaging in toxic behavior. So, and if I can, I'll definitely break those down. if your partner isn't giving you the attention that you desire or that you want, and you have communicated that, and time again, you see them giving other people that same attention that you need and you want, you start to feel insecure. And when you feel insecure, you start to attract attention from those who do it without a second thought. And it gets easy. Like, oh, you're paying attention to me. Okay, I'm going to gravitate toward you, and over time, that gravitation leads to actions, and then the actions lead to consequences. And I think that's what drove me to emotionally cheat, not physically, but cheat. Period. You know what? Cheat. Like that's what. And I had to understand, like, if that's what would drive me to cheat, then that energy that I'm focused on that needs to be redirected to communicate that in my relationship if I'm not getting what I want, and if this relationship is the one I need to stay in.
Right. So you learn from it. Right.
Yeah, because I don't want to hurt my partner if I'm in a partnership. What's the point? If we're not in an open relationship and it's just me and them, like why would I do that? You know? And so if it drives me to cheat, that means like we're in a very unhealthy place, but we want to hold on to this connection that we think we have that we don't have anymore. So yeah, I think that's what drives women to cheat.